Greetings, Aftermath survivors. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to episode 13, which originally streamed live on Twitch. Alright, so the recap. Let's do the recap because it has been a long time. I last played this in November, I believe. Is that correct? Something like that. So, we left off preparing for this winter storm that we're about to be thrust into. We were researching deep drilling. So let me show you that. We are currently researching motorization so that we can use vehicles for our specialists, but we also got industrial mining for metal, concrete, and plastic extractors. For us to make use of industrial mining, we are going to need to improve our power grid a little bit because our power grid is not very substantive, so that's a bit of a problem. One of the problems is that the wind turbines that are not heated will freeze up in the winter, so that's not good. We don't want that because that will cut down all of our nighttime power generation. And we have this project tomorrow that we haven't even started. The project tomorrow is to start to build a doomsday bunker to sort of future-proof or prevent this colony from ever succumbing to yet another aftermath, I guess. All right, well, welcome all the new viewers, a bunch of first-time viewers. So Flair and Odin, thank you for the resubs, and welcome to you all. Zaharath, thanks for the bits, and the kind Discord comment, and Matt for the resub. So what we're doing right now is we are, I think what's probably most important. We did have Harry Larry sort of scouting out everything out here, so that we can discover the full map and figure out where our best outposts might be set up. We do have a settler heading to an outpost to gain protective clothing as a scavenger outpost, which is going to be pretty important. I would say the immediate needs of this colony, and as you can see in the top there, the make colony improvements, the immediate needs are probably to get another tailor making clothing, and then to make sure that we secure a pretty good source of metal, because we're running really low on metal, and metal is used in the manufacture of this clothing. If I run out of metal, I can always downgrade the recipe from sturdy clothing, which lasts longer and protects better against pollution and cold, down to basic clothing. But of course, the durability drops, so I'll be churning through more basic clothing. Yeah, I think that about sums it up. So let's get this unpaused. I have 1 day before the winter storm catastrophe strikes, so what we're going to do is, let's go make sure that it stays heated. Like I said, we do not want our wind turbines freezing up. Oh, man. So, yeah, we could, the solutions here is either we could invest more in solar and hope that we accumulate power during the daylight hours, or just set up a heater for the this area here. The weird thing about setting up a burner just for like a few wind turbines is like people don't actually work in the wind turbines, so it's like heating an area that like people aren't at. So I'm going to put the burner here to try to benefit the most amount of people, maybe right here, so it covers the environmental station and some of the other manufactories. And Mindstill, thanks for the gifted sub. And Glitch for the bits. I'm a little out of sorts, so I'll try to stifle as many coughs as I can and everything else. But I'm fine, if you're wondering. I'm just a little weird today. Another thing that we're going to come up upon is right now we have 0 shelter space. We have, as you can see at the bottom of that list, 0 out of 80. So we have 80 homes, or 80 beds, or whatever you want to call it, and 0 space for additional. So these are 2 shanties getting thrown together, but all of the other shanties here are improved, which means that they make people happier. So not only am I going to need to add some more bedding, but as you can probably see here in the in this little area, my current radiator basically covers all of these shanties and will not cover really anymore. I might be able to shove like 1 more shanty in here, but basically, I'm going to need to research improved radiators if I want this cluster of homes to expand any larger than it currently is. There are, if you're wondering, deep in the tree, for community. There is self-heated homes. So here they are. No. What? Maybe not. Maybe I lied. I'm pretty sure these homes... Maybe they... Oh, no, they must be heated. I'm thinking about a different... There's 3 different types of colonies that you can have that offer different upgrades. So I'm thinking of a different style, because here... Okay, I'm going to ramble, so let me not even go into that. But basically, there's 3 ideology trees that you can specialize in, and I was thinking of a different ideology tree, I suppose. Zahara, thanks for the gifted subs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait about 10 more minutes to have people filter in, and then I'll start polling about what you think is going to be the most important thing for me to address. Whether it is adding power, or expanding homes, or... Because there's a lot of fires to be put out, and I have to... You know, we have to basically pick which fires get addressed. Hi, Tusk. Yoda, you get a peanut too. And Merry Christmas to you, Zaharath. Some of this stream is probably going to air on Christmas. Today's Tuesday, Wednesday there. So probably hour 3 and 4 will be like Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So maybe I'll remember to wish everyone a Merry Christmas when that approaches. All right, so let's take a look at our seemingly idle. They are going to have the ability to be issued new orders at the end of the day. And let me just run through. So, Big Nate is scavenging fuel up here, which is going to be useful when we get motorization, because motorization requires fuel in order to maintain cars. Harry Lair is scouting. Skyjacker is helping at home to, loot some of these sandworms for protein, for food. We have got both Orange Chaos and Freddy 8 Toes fighting this group of bandits. I would like to start clearing out the groups around me.
How may I help you?
Icenack is scouting as well. I don't think mostly you weren't scouting. What you were doing is you were scavenging. And then Rocket Man, our new scientist, was trying to get some extra clothing for us. And then this settler here was heading to... Oh, wait. No, that's not where you're heading. You were heading to set up a protective clothing outpost, so that's what's going on, and I guess we'll have a new specialist in about 3 days' time. So, we got some survivors.
Shuffle slowly towards the gate.
All right, so we can either accept or reject. If you take a look here, they have 3 adults, 3 children, 4 elders. 70% of them are injured, but that's fine. We have medical facilities. They're going to supply us fish, antibiotics, and firewood. The caveat here is, of course, we're kind of out of homes. So if I do accept them, they're going to be initially homeless, which means I'm going to need to do something about it. So here, you can vote whether we accept or reject them. And the poll is right that way. There it is. So speaking of the homes, let's upgrade these shanties as fast as we can to make room for potentially new people. The problem is I'm very quickly sort of running out of metal. You know, I'm really low on metal. I'm very low on components. So those are 2 other things that we're going to need to address.
Mission complete.
So Icenack is done scouting. Cool. I'm going to have Icenack go to the antibiotics because we have a lot of iodine pills, but not as many medicine or antibiotics, so that would be good.
Ready. Locked and loaded. Yes? Okay.
Alright, I think that's all the specialists that needed orders. And I think what I could do is the survivors of the gate don't need to be accepted immediately. They just kind of idle there. They don't suffer or anything. They're not eating. They're just, like a frozen state. But while I make a decision. So if I could try to get these shanties thrown together as fast as possible, the improved shanties can house 5 occupants each, which is between the 2 of them, 100% of the people that want to be added to the colony. So that would be ideal. All right, let's take a look. So we do have a burner helping to keep the wind turbines from freezing up, which is good. And... okay, we do have some people that don't have tools. We're going to have a lot of people that don't have clothing. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a Grand Tailor now. Even though we're trying to build shanties, because without a Grand Tailor, it's going to be hard to clothe everyone. And with a winter onset coming on, we're going to have a lot of hypothermia if they're not wearing clothes. So I think clothes are probably, in the hierarchy of needs, clothes are probably one of the highest, most urgent needs, you know, at the moment. So, 15 seconds left to vote if you haven't voted already. And we'll try to get them houses. So this has almost all the resources to be able to be improved, and then this one is lagging a little bit behind. But again, they can wait at the gate. It's not great. I'd rather add them sooner than later, so that they're like working and doing stuff. But I'm also going to move the radiation zone up here. It seems like the people that walk on this path walk basically through a cloud of pollution. So it'd be best if I cleaned this up first. I might want 3 more tailors. I would... Glitch, I agree with you. However, I'm about to set up a protective clothing outpost, so I think 2 might do. That and... is there an easy way for me to tell if I already have other protective clothing outposts? I don't think I do, but I don't know if there's an easy way to, like, check that. Alright, so you guys want me to accept them. Cool. That's generous of you. Alright, so that's one shanty going, and then the other one will be shortly thereafter. So, what should my priority be? We could get what are they called? Extractors? Yeah. Build extractors. Well, okay, before we even bother building extractors, we need to add to our power grid, or we could also expand housing. Alternatively, we could build a motor pool. I think that's what it's called. Or if it's not called motor pool, it's basically motor pool. A garage, sorry. Whatever, motor pool is close enough. And then, what are some other things? Let me accept them, even though half of them are going to be homeless. Because I don't want it to idle out. Oh, and, you know, 2 of them just turned on me, so I'm going to have to murder them. Done by Dan. And Skyjacker. Go murder those people. I guess I left them... I mean, I know I literally didn't leave them waiting, because they turn randomly. It's like a betrayal mechanic. But let's just get rid of them quickly. Luckily, I had my specialist nearby, so these new intruders are getting wasted. Okay. So other priorities is build the Doomsday bunker, or viewer submitted ideas. So if you have any other ideas, if that wins, I'll open up the suggestion pool. Yeah, the betrayal mechanic is an RNG based. It's not because I waited too long to make a decision. If I accepted them immediately or never accepted them at all, or actually, I don't really know what happens if I never accept them at all.
What's up?
Maybe they don't attack me. They just leave. But if you accept them at any point, they would have attacked me. So it's not that I was slow or something. I'm not being penalized in that way.
We won the battle.
Okay, we won the battle, and these bandits were protecting components, which is something that I vitally need in order to, you know, in order to expand the power grid. So that's going to be really, really important. Another thing that I probably want to do is... do I have any trades available right now? No. Currently, I'm doing 2 trade routes. I could build another trade facility, but I'm just going to wait the 23 hours so that I can start a new trade with Maltown. So another really powerful tool. Something that is incredibly overpowered in this game is trade. You can trade for basically everything, and everything is not that expensive if you just buy it. So my plan is, of course, to buy as many components as I can. I will, at some point, be able to manufacture them myself. And that research is here, circuit assembly. Which, obviously, I could get next if I wanted. So, pretty soon here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask about the next research. Once this priority poll finishes up, I'll put a timer on that so it finishes soon. And I'll tell you the different branches that are going to be available, and then you'll have to just pick between said branches.
Mission complete.
So, Big Nate got some fuel. I'm going to go get antibiotics. And you're done.
All cleaned
Harry
up.
Larry scouted. We found some shotguns, iodine pills, and a radar. His research rate is 75 per 12 hours. And this is a radar. Oh, no, this is an outpost radar. Sorry, I can't go there. All right, so he's going to continue scouting.
Yes.
And the settler to settle the protective clothing manufactory is just 12 hours away from being able to set that up for us. Talking about the Doomsday Bunker, what happened to all the people that built their own at the end, for the end of the world in 2012? They're probably feeling stupid, just like every other apocalyptic doomsday group that has ever been, who have been wrong. At some point, they won't be wrong, maybe. And then they'll feel superior, or whatever, but then they're not going to feel superior over anyone else, because everyone else will be gone. So, hey, you know? Yeah, the bunker's still there. All right. We have... The tailor is coming together. It's a little slow on plastic. Yeah, you guys want more power? Well, in about 40 seconds, that's exactly what I'm going to have to do. Now, there is the opportunity, perhaps, to invest in our research here. So if I go to the infrastructure tree, I'm only advanced heaters and large rotors away from having the best large wind turbine, which generates a lot of power. And the advanced heaters would actually be a pretty useful research to expand the radius of this radiator so that I could expand the amount of housing that I can have in this cluster. Will you be able to scavenge during all your playthrough, or will you be able to manufacture guns and antibiotics? You can manufacture medicine and guns, you just don't really ever need to because of outposts. I suppose if you're building like a megatropolis, where you have a population of like hundreds, it might make sense for you to manufacture it yourself. But if, I would say pretty definitively, if a few well-positioned outposts can supply all of the clothing and weapons, or not clothing, but like weapons and medicine that you need, manufacturing it doesn't really make a lot of sense. So, add to the power grid. Oh wait. So yeah, if you're, you can easily beat the game without really having your population ever exceed 100. And if your population doesn't exceed 100, you're really not going to need to manufacture your own guns, for instance, or maybe even tools if you have good outposts. Possibly even clothing. It really depends on your scavenger outposts. But if you want to have like a really high population, yeah, you're going to need to ramp up supply a little bit more. All right, so this shanty's almost done. It's all supplied. We're about to get the last 3 colonists not homeless. So the next question is, what research should I queue up? So let me go through the options here. It'll take just a second. I'm going to put them under the headers of food, resources, infrastructure, community, and safety. Those are the headings. So if we go with food, I would say we haven't done a lot of food research at all yet. You know, we're very not into the tree, but trying to work our way to delicacies and chef training and stuff like that would be probably pretty good. So I think what I would do is probably hop to irrigation, skipping animal husbandry, but if you vote for food, you can vote between whether we go the animal husbandry way up or the irrigation way up. It's up to you. For resources, it's pretty obvious. We're going to get circuit assembly, being able to make our own capacitors. For infrastructure, it would be advanced heaters to large rotors for a wider radius of heating, and then a really highly efficient large wind turbine. For community, taking a look over here, we could either do the remembrance tree for some more morale boost and happiness boost for our colonists, or just keep pushing ahead for public house, which is like, brewery, proper burial, cemeteries, so on and so forth. So I would put all the options in if community wins. And then for safety, if I scroll all the way over here, so here is the weapon crafting that I already have researched. But for safety, it would probably be cleaning to steam rooms, better than surge protectors and supreme shielding. So, or cleansing, sorry. So cleansing is like a hygiene thing, but it does produce radiation for saunas, and then the steam saunas do not produce radiation. How they are magically, I don't know. Don't ask. But yeah, that's the sort of tree for safety. So given all of that information, you are welcome to pick what kind of research you want me to invest in once motorization is done.
A van's parked outside the gate. A man dressed in eccentric clothing steps out and opens the back, revealing a small collection of goods.
Well, yeah, I think we have to go cabbages. Because... Oh, no. Oh, God. So, I feed Yoda peanuts. And I also constantly make a joke that I am the cabbage man from, Avatar. Man, I don't know. And I'm stuck. I can't be like, ask me later. I'm going to flip a coin. Where is my coin? So heads will do cabbages because it's a head of cabbage. Tails will do peanuts. And it's heads. So cabbage it is. Sorry, dude. We're not planting peanuts. Not yet. I can always trade with other enclaves for seeds. So it's not like I've lost the opportunity to ever get peanuts. All right. Thank you. That is the creepiest truck ever. It's like Twisted Metal. A little bit. Very Twisted Metal. I missed a pest Tusky? Well, the problem is... she's not here. I'll call her, but she's not here. Yeah, she escaped. She doesn't always hang out with me. Zagoraths and Mohammed Fauzi, thank you for the follows. And Zeharath for even more bits. Alright, so we did get that shanty together. I don't believe that we have any more room. Like, I don't think that I can add additional shanties here. Well, unfortunately, I also have the large transformer, which is feeding the radiator, like, in the way of additional shanties. But I think what I'm going to do is I will set up... How are these laid out? Road to the right. So I'm going to set up some additional shanties. Oh, you know what? It doesn't even fit there. So I'm going to set up some additional shanties here, knowing that they're not going to be heated, but I'll try to pause them before they're done, so that no one uses them until I need them.
Yes.
All right, settler. Build an outpost.
All right.
We're going to get high-quality protective clothing by looting a motel, because, yeah, absolutely, I keep my radiation suits in motel. That makes sense.
Vehicle found.
We found a new vehicle, this APC, or whatever it is, Jeep thingy, Humvee. That's what it is. Harry Larry has an absolutely atrocious scavenge efficiency, so I really think he's going to be best used just continually scouting and not actually scavenging anything ever.
Mission complete.
Rocket Man just got some extra protective clothing from this devastated high-rises, and I think what I'm going to do is have him swing by the collapsed apartments for some free medicine, and then head home with the bounty.
What's up? On it.
Okay, so they all have stuff. Let me put a timer on that. Or, no, I think we had a timer on that. So let's do a little tiebreaker between food and infrastructure. So, again, a little reminder, just in case. Food would be the choice between either animal husbandry for ranches or irrigation for higher yield farm fields. And infrastructure would be better heating and more power. If you don't vote for infrastructure, that's totally fine. I can build other power generators, like the newly researched large solar panels, which are great. They are not actually as efficient
We've made a new
as
discovery.
the smaller panels, but they are storm protected, which is kind of nice. And motorization just finished up. Now the thing is, the motor or the garage needs power, and right now my power grid really can't support a garage. So I'm probably going to not build it until we have a bit more power in the power grid. Because it just wouldn't help us. Those trades must have come in, and I just ignored it, didn't I? Let me check the trade. Oh, no. It hasn't done yet. Okay. 8 more hours. Cool. I thought I, forgot. So we are in the deep winter storm here. I guess that makes me blue. And it's telling me that, yeah, make sure that everyone's heated, etc., etc. Oh, and we have bandits at the gate. Okay, I'm going to pause, or I'm going to end this. We're going to go with infrastructure. And research inf. Because you guys are going to have a choice here.
Bandits arrive at the gate. They look relatively weak, but taking them down is still not an easy task.
So, give plenty of food, give a little food, which there's not even a big difference between those two. Plenty is 100, a little is 70. It's like, math, please. Or, fight them. Alrighty. Let me go back to the colony view so that I'm not forced to deal with that right now. So my tailor just got done, but what I want to do is immediately upgrade it to a grand tailor and have it build next. I don't need just a regular tailor. And to read the situation here, although it seems like you already cast, a lot of votes have been cast.
Arrive at the gate.
They half-heartedly kick the gate. Look, we don't have all day, we need supplies, you can hand them over or watch your colony burn instead. They are definitely instigating. Sometimes the bandits are like, oh yeah, we're just like being conscripted and forced to do this. These bandits are like, I mean, they're a little lazy, but they obviously want to fight. Lazy bandits. Okay, let's kill them.
Bandits arrive at
Come take it, dudes. Don't you throw your Molotovs, you little breacher. Man, you guys look so goon-like. I kind of love it. I'm not sure why they're screaming "Hi-ya" though, because it don't look like any karate I've ever seen. Will the gate hold? Nope, gate did not hold. All right, let's send Skyjacker and Dumbadan down here to help. Although I don't think that they're going to make it past. Just because when your gate blows up, your defenders have to jump to and do some actual combat. So up until now, my actual defenders were not taking damage. They were just fighting the gate. But now, with the gate breached, I have to kill the remaining bandits, which they said there were 2, but there's actually 3. So I'm sending my my guys over. Now, if you wanted to negate, okay, that's a bad pun. If you wanted to negate some of the damage that a gate could do, another thing that you could have is you could have a big old guard tower right on the other side of where, you know, your gate is, so that you have even more defenders. So here comes my specialists. They are going to smoke these enemies very, very easily. It won't be much of a fight. And then as soon as it's over, I'll be able to repair the gate. All right, one of the trade convoys just arrived, so let me initiate new trade. I'm going to trade with Maltown, and I'm going to buy capacitors. You guys want a bigger power grid, so that makes sense. Or not capacitors, components. They look like capacitors. I mean, they look like fuses, actually. All right, let's sell some of the iodine pills. I don't need, like, over 100. And then some of the corn. And potatoes. And pollution. Always sell you pollution, because why not? Let's also send some mealworms. I'm trying to make like a bunch of money so that when I get offered to hire a specialist, we can afford the bill. So, okay, they're going to be giving us 674 for that. I did see the soybean seed, but right now it's all about the power grid. That's what people voted on. In fact, you voted on power grid and infrastructure, so that doesn't really mean farm. Not to me.
Yep.
All right, here's the specialists. And now these bandits are going bye-bye. I don't know why they're laughing maniacally, because they are dying and they're dead.
All done.
All right, Freddy 8 just got all of those components over there. So I'm going to send him home. He's only 3 or 36 hours away from home, which is good. It's going to tell me I won. No one even died. And I'm going to send... And this is exactly why you want specialists at home. Because if you have at least one specialist at home, anytime you get attacked like this, it's way easier to wipe out bandits attacking you when you've got someone that does, like, good damage. So repairing the front gate, but I don't really have enough metal for it, which is kind of a bummer. And you guys voted that you wanted infrastructure research, so I am going to set that up. We'll get advanced heaters. All right, I'm pausing these two shanties because we don't need them right now. We have space for 2 more people. And I don't want anyone living in an unheated shanty. The game isn't really smart enough to be like, oh, yeah, some of the houses have heat, some of the houses don't have heat, so let's live in the houses with heat. It's just going to evenly spread everybody out, and then the people that live in the shanties that are not heated will then freeze. Yeah, because you can't really manage who lives where, right? It doesn't let you, like, condemn a built building. So it's best for us not to finish it. Grand Tailor's done. We're going to be making sturdy clothing. The problem here is we're really, really, really out of metal. But we do have a lot of components. So the question is, what should I build to add power to our grid? Small solar, big solar, small wind, big wind. That doesn't... I mean, you know what it means, but that sounds wrong. And we don't have big wind researched yet, but if you vote big wind, I'll research it next. All right. My schools are totally full. I have space for 1 more child. Yeah, we have total capacity of 21 and 20 children, so I guess they're all getting educated. We're going to have a lot of Smarties soon, which is cool. I'll try one more time, see if I can call Tusk for that pet Tusk you redeemed. She seems to be indisposed. I don't know where she is. She's not in here, though. Alright, we'll see. Let's hope. Alright, so big wind rotors. That's what people want. The big turbines. Cool. I can get behind that. So let's queue that up. Current project description. Build big wind turbines.
Mission complete.
Alright, I'm gonna have her jump in this car and head back to the colony. I do think that we're gonna have a garage soon, so I don't mind putting the cars in the colony. So I just want to make it clear how the garages work. So if you drive a car all the way back into your colony, you can't use it until you have a garage. It just doesn't work. You can't redeploy them. But they're saved. So if like, let's say, before you have garage research and before you, or motorization and before you research garages, any cars that you add to the colony is your possession, you just really can't use it. Think of it as like up on bricks in the yard, right? And then when you research garage, the garage has to be powered, but it will make more sense when I have a garage. But then what you could do is you can maintain and refuel the vehicle and then use it to travel farther on the map. So because we're so close to having a garage, I don't really mind parking cars in the colony now because they're going to be usable soon.
Ready. Okay.
We do have a new specialist, and it's Mishka, a researcher. Sure, I will add them and have you decide what we're doing with them. So, what to do with Mishka? Make a settler for an outpost, or keep them and raffle them. What do you need to go dig up the underground resources? So what you need is, first, the research for it, which is in the resources tree, industrial mining. And then once you have the industrial mining, they need to be powered. So that's the caveat. So we do have the ability to make like a metal extractor, or plastic extractor, or concrete extractor. Where is my metal? I just wanted, oh, here's like a good example. Here's a metal node. The problem is it does energy consumption of 12, and right now we have a net of 5, which means that if we added this thing, it would brown out our power grid, and what that means is it would shut down our field hospital, which is bad. Obviously, we don't want to shut the hospital down because we're digging up a little extra metal. So, they're somewhat of an expensive thing to build as well. As you can see, it's 120 plastic, 150 concrete, and 30 components. And we're spending the current components that we have now to improve our power grid. So, yeah, I'm trying to not, spend the components on a extractor that I can't even keep powered. But as soon as I think I have an expanded power grid, I'll have you all vote on how I spend the power. Whether I spend it with a garage or farming or ground extraction. It'll be up to you. New quest available, Road Raid.
Frontier nomads are a loosely organized group of bandits who, despite insisting they're pragmatic and fair, habitually raid settlements with little remorse.
Scouts have spotted a few of their convoys heading over to towns. Intercepting them there to secure some resources might be a worthwhile idea. Yeah, I'm just going to accept all quests. They're fun. And you guys want Mishka to become a outpost. So we're going to... Let's hide that. Mishka, bye-bye.
What you need?
And here he is. I've got to spend a second to figure out what kind of outposts we even can do. So there's this choice. What sort of outposts? Research or scavenge. So research would give us a trickle of science points per 12 hours. And then scavenge, it really depends on what kind of scavenging outpost it is. So let me look at the scavenging outpost. We have the ability to get fun boxes, which is for like luxury goods here. More fun boxes. More fun boxes. Okay, I see a pattern here. Let's look this way. Oh, there's components down here. A warehouse of components. 63 of them. That's good to know. There's obviously a lot of research outposts kind of everywhere. I'm not at a shortage of those. It'd be cool if there was a tool that was like, show me all available resource outposts. Okay, I'm already getting that. So that you knew what you could expand into. I did just get that clothing. So I think if you guys want scavenge, it's either fun boxes or for me to try to scout some additional potential outpost locations. So I'll have you vote on that if scavenge wins. So I'm just going to put a timer on that poll and put a pin in it for now.
Your command?
So I don't even know what this settler is going to do. Maybe they're just going to wait for me to have a garage so I can drive there.
What's up? Ready. Yep.
Alright, done by Dan. Send to the world map. And Skyjacker, send to the world map. So they are going to help me murder the road raid. Might as well. You get free resources out of it. I missed a tool near the second protective clothing. I'm already gathering that. I gathered that. I mean, I know last stream was like November, but I've played this save file a little bit. Not. I didn't expand. I didn't play past where we were. I just created like a fort. So you're talking about these tools, I think, and I have a scavenger outpost there. I think it would make sense visually if I set up the scavenger outpost literally next to it, so that it became very obvious that that's what I was doing, because I haven't been doing that. Basically, I set up my scavenger outpost the moment I enter the region, but it makes it a little confusing. So if you're looking here, it's like, oh, you never tapped that. And it's like, no, I did. It's just a camp that's nowhere near it. And then the other protective clothing was in someone else's territory. So, like, when it's a situation like this with, like, Lushton, I can't set up a scavenger outpost to scavenge this stuff because I can't create outposts in another enclave or another settlement's territory. So, as much as I would like to get the clothing from Trinity, well, that's Trinity's clothing. Last I checked, unless the update, the December 16th update changed that? I don't think it did. I could be wrong. So, Skyjacker and Done by Dan, let's go.
Yes?
Let's go murder some bandits.
Can do.
Your orders? Check.
Done by Dan's not a movement, so I'm just going to wait. Actually, this isn't maybe... No, this is a real fight. So yeah, I'm going to have them wait till tomorrow so that Skyjacker's not fighting alone for 12 hours. 12 hours and one map tile away. Okay, scavenge. What sort of scav outpost? Fun boxes or anything else? Because all that's available here is fun boxes, but I don't mind just idling the settler until I have something better. And if you're wondering, just a little reminder, fun boxes, I have currently 19 of them. And what they are is for happiness. For happiness buildings, you require fun boxes to build them. It's just sort of a generic, like, luxury construction item. So if we went through the tree for community and wanted to build something like Remembrance Memorial or a shrine or a public house, these all require fun boxes as a resource to build. I really wish they called it something other than fun box. Fun box makes it sound ridiculous, but it's what it is. Can't fix it. And just pretend like it doesn't have a stupid name.
What's up?
All right, we are about a third of the way done researching advanced heaters, and then as soon as we finish that, I'll research the large turbines. And another trade convoy just arrived. I'm a little low on research. Trinity is not giving me a reputation for research, so I'm going to get the cheap research from Lushton then. Because their research, their science points is not very expensive, all things considering. I'll give them guns for it. I'll give them pollution for it. It's so strange that pollution has like a value. They want medicine, but my reputation's already maxed with them. So I'll probably not sell that. It looks like we have a lot of concrete. So I'll give them a little concrete, and we're just about breaking even here. Maybe I'll give them some... No, I'm not going to give them parts. Parts are hard to make. Some little worms. That way I'm making some money. Alright, so here we go. Let's fight.
Attacking.
Yes, attacking target.
I could even... Orange Chaos, how many movement points do you have? 7? Oh, you know what? Maybe you could join this fight too. It leaves us with no one at home, but I think it will be fine for the brief fight. I can't scout this next area without running around the...
Right away.
Running around this mountain, so I'm going to run around the mountain.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? He's 2 turns away. I'm just going to have him sit this one out.
Moving.
And guard home.
Yep.
If he could get there in 1 turn, I'd have him join. But if I sent him now, I wouldn't have anyone guarding the base for like at least 36 hours, because it'd be like, or 50 something out, 50 whatever, 4 hours, something like that. Big old no thanks. All right, anything else? So I'll keep trying to scout better spots. And what I could do is I could send my settler out to do some of the scouting himself. Just because they're settlers, they're still specialists. They can still scout. So maybe the settler will actually scout something useful. Freddy at Teos is coming home. And he is bringing a whole lot of components. So I'm going to be able to do a lot of adding to the power grid in a second here. You'll see this jump up to like 100 something in just a second when he deposits it. There it is, 108, 113. That looks good. You need pollution to make Ninja Turtles? If you say so. Alright, we have... Unfortunately, our population has grown beyond our housing capacity, so I am going to make one of these shanties. I'd rather have them be in a cold house than homeless. So, sorry, baby Benjamin. Oh, God. So not only did we just give birth to, like, this kid, but he's the only homeless one in the whole colony. Hang in there, kid. You're 1 and you're going to be dead. Oh, there we go. Power shortage. Yep. All the more reason to add to it. And it looks like my environmental station, yeah, cleared that pollution node that was near. So I'm going to take a moment and just analyze if there's... So this underground ruin of concrete is very, very rich. So it'd be good if our pollution got rid of this stuff here that would irradiate people, our concrete diggers. Because we don't need radiation poisoning. I'm actually gonna, well, let me just get the 1 node. Let me shrink this. So if you're wondering how to shrink it, Control, left shift can grow or shrink a zone. Obviously, when it's full size, I could just drag it away to both work. He's pretty mobile for a... He wouldn't even be a 1-year-old. He hasn't turned 1 yet. He'd be a month old.
What's up?
Big Nate, you're
Mission
done?
complete.
Yep. Get these components.
All right.
And then head home. Donna's a gunna. Shouldn't be laughing. She's probably sloughing off skin, you know. Got all that wrench in, right? Everybody wants the Fu Manchu. The Manchu beard. Fu in Mandarin means beard. It's funny, every now and then, Yoda, when he eats food, he'll get stuff in his fur. And I call him, I say, oh, you have a dirty Fu. Yeah, dude. You and your little dirty Fu. Look at you. He's pretty clean right now, though. Yeah, you are. Fix the camera. Look at that. Little cover girl model he is. Cover girl he, yeah. Okay. Hostiles defeated. Where are they? Skyjacker and done by Dan. Beat the bandits. I got 50 fuel, 30 components out of that. Unfortunately, looting that means that I have spent my movement for the day. I'm gonna have done by Dan set up for the next attack and wait for Skyjacker. Skyjacker's movement is 7, so no, Skyjacker will not be able to join next 12 hours, so it will be another...
Roger.
It'll be 24 hours until that next battle commences, but that's fine. When did the streamer get so dapper? He was wearing his Christmas sweater just yesterday, but I took it off because it looked uncomfortable for him this morning. Thank you for tuning in to Surviving the Aftermath, which originally streamed live on Twitch December 21st. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my YouTube video release schedule, countdown timers to upcoming streams, and Discord has a channel of all of my new releases and also a way to sign up for notifications for upcoming streams as well. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, everybody.